All right, so right now we are in Justin, Texas, and we are setting up a 40 by 100 feet tent. We have 300 chairs and only 5 guys. Come along to see how we set up this $9,000 order in just 4 hours. All right.
I think they expected walls, but
okay.
They're saying inches. But I'm gonna go talk to them and verify that there's no walls.
I mean, I could check the order right now. Actually, I'll have it pulled up. Let me double check and see if there's walls. So for this order,
Victor's saying that there's no walls.
Yeah, there's no walls. There's no walls for sure.
I'm gonna go verify with them.
Okay.
And then I'll come back and talk to you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we may be able to help you guys out with that. So
He's saying that it's fine.
Okay, without the walls?
Yeah.
Okay.
we're gonna try to work on getting these vehicles moved. Want to set you guys up for success. We got a lot of visitors here, so that was one of the main things. Is I know that there'll be a lot of extra eyes, and I don't want the guys to be interrupted. We have certain particular standards as far as PPE is concerned.
Okay,
so
perfect.
That was it. But just a standard protection. How long do you guys think it'll take? 4 hours. Okay. So definitely want to set you up for success there. So yeah, I'll how many guys is it?
There's 5 guys.
5? Okay. Roger that. I'll go grab you guys some hard hats. Your blue vests are fine. Just some sort of hat is. If you need more, we got extras.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so right now we are unloading the truck to get ready to get started on the tent.
So 3 vests? Yes, sir. All right. Large, medium, and it looks like another large. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
No problem.
So we are sticking with safety standards and making sure to wear our hard hats and high-vis vests as well. This is just to make sure that we're visible while we're out here on this construction site and just to make sure there's safety when setting up this big tent. All right, so right now what the team is doing is they are laying down the pole for the tent. And so if you've seen previous vlogs or videos that we've done, we will typically lay down the poles first so we know exactly where the poles are going to go whenever we set up the tent. And this just makes everything easier to set up, and it also allows you to more easily identify some of the poles required to get onto that tent. And so it's just going to make it a lot quicker for us to get through. So right now you can see we're unloading the poles and we're taking it over here to kind of frame it on the ground. All right, so right now it's starting to rain, but we are still setting up, and there are a lot of heavy equipment around just because we're at a warehouse / construction site. So stay tuned as we see our guys set up this tent in just 4 hours. So this rain might become a problem with our setup. It's going to make the poles very slippery when it comes to getting it up and off the ground, especially considering how big this tent is. It is a 40 by 100. So we're going to see how this rain affects our timing, but hopefully we could still finish everything within 4 hours. Now, if you didn't see what was happening earlier, basically whenever we arrived on site, their project manager over here thought that we had also had sidewalls within our order. However, whenever I pulled it up for us, there were actually no sidewalls in that order. They said it's fine, so you know, that's just something to expect within the rental industry. Whenever there are just so many different hands on a single project, sometimes there are misunderstandings, and sometimes the people here just don't know what is supposed to be in the order. Now, this was luckily they're okay without the sidewalls, but a lot of the times people are going to make you add sidewalls to that order, and so that would have to take us going back to the warehouse and back here. Right now we are about, I'd like to say maybe an hour or more away from our warehouse in Dallas, Texas. So yeah, stay tuned. All right, so another issue that you might find when it's raining, especially if you have a box truck and a lift gate, is that the lift gate will start to get a bit slippery. So you will have to be extra careful bringing items out to the lift gate, or you might slip and there might be some injuries. All right, now if you guys saw in that clip, we did have a disagreement between two of our team members. The one in blue is currently leading this tent setup project as Xavier's in Austin, and Eddie is handling other items. Now, the disagreement that they were having was that our lead, he was kind of appointing where we are laying down the poles, where we are laying down the cement blocks based on the blueprint that was given to him by our sales team and dispatch team. Now, the other team member was basically disagreeing with how far he had to go to set down these cement blocks. Now, this will happen a lot, especially if you have a lot of temp workers or just workers coming in and out that aren't necessarily permanent to the team just yet. So they had a disagreement. It got pretty verbal. Some offensive language was used. So the one that is leading the project, he ended up calling Eddie and letting Eddie know what had happened, and basically that he had talked to our other team member and just explained how things are expected around here, and if he is still refusing to get the job done, then we are just going to let him go and send someone else back over to this location to help finish the setup. However, it looks like everything was resolved whenever he was on the phone with Eddie. I also had the chance to talk to the both of them, and it seems like everything is pretty okay.
Signal out here is really bad. So now we're at 6.4. So usually whenever lightning's within 10 miles an hour or 10 miles out, anything that's elevated and or that could be a strike point.
Yeah, it needs to be taken down. Yeah.
Either taken down or we just stop work for 30 minutes from the last lightning strike.
Okay.
So, like I say, it's really small. It's moving past us. So maybe like a quick 30-minute break, and everything will be clear and moving on. But we do have, like I say, scattered thunderstorms that are moving in.
Okay. So we'll stop for about 30 minutes, correct?
Okay. And I'll keep you guys informed and let y'all know.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So I'll let them know right now, and within maybe 30 minutes, I'll try to look for you again and see if it's passed, and if not, then we could take another break.
Sounds good.
Okay, thank you so much. So we're going to have to stop setting up for about 30 minutes. This construction site specifically, they have a policy where you can't set anything up that's going to be in the air if there is lightning nearby. He says it should pass in about 30 minutes, so maybe just take a 30-minute break and then come back and continue the rest later. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so just a little recap. The construction site that we are currently working on, they do have a policy against lightning strikes, meaning that whenever there is lightning striking nearby, you do have to halt all activities that has to do with putting anything up in the air, because you don't want to risk injury, especially with lightning being able to strike the highest points at any point. So the system that the guy was showing me earlier kind of just tracks lightning within the area. We are going to have to take a 30-minute break just to make sure that passes by. I am going to check back up with that project manager within 30 minutes to see if it will pass or not. If it doesn't pass, we might have to take another 30-minute break, but this is going to halt our setup time just a little bit. This is a pretty big order, so we did kind of section the setup off, meaning that there's not really any other big setups that that the team is going to have to do at least within the next few hours. So we arrived here at 9 a.m. and it is currently 9:57. Now we do have a lot of the poles and the cement blocks already laid out. So after this 30-minute break, we are expected to just complete that and then start to get everything up in the air. All right, so our 30-minute break is up. The rain is actually clearing up and we are getting back into setting up. Whenever you are working with businesses, sometimes they have policies that you are going to have to follow through. So that may cause some delays, but it's okay. At least for us, it was only a 30-minute delay and we're getting right back into it so we could hopefully still finish within the given time frame. All right, so as you could see, we are finally getting our first peak up in the air. And what we are basically doing is we are just framing the peaks first so the peaks could stay on the floor. And once all of the peaks are set up, we are then going to add all of the legs and then strap them to our cement blocks. Stay tuned. All right, so currently we have all of the tent peaks up. We did run into a problem, which was that we are missing 3 black poles. It looks like we didn't count it correctly, and this could often happen whenever you are in event rentals. So always please make sure to double count before you go anywhere else. So we did call back to the warehouse, and the warehouse is sending someone here to deliver the 3 tent poles. They are about 30 minutes out right now, and it is currently around 11:50. So right now it has been around 3 hours since we first arrived, including our 30-minute break. So hopefully we're going to be able to get this tent up and ready very soon.
We're following you and everything.
So our team member just arrived from the warehouse with the remaining black poles, and right now we are putting on the tent top. And once this tent top is on, we are about ready to get this tent up in the air. All right, and over in this corner, we are connecting the last pole pieces that we need to be able to complete this tent. Is it the wrong size pole?
It's the right one, but the holes are too small.
So it seemed like the poles are the right sizes. We did have a little false alarm where the poles weren't really connecting with the little corner connectors that we had bought, but we just ended up switching the pieces around just to make sure that it fits. And looks like we're getting back into our progress and we are continuing to get this tent up. So what you just saw was us using a ratchet strap to try to put the last pole together. So sometimes, especially whenever you're renting out tents and there are wear and tear to the tents or the poles, or sometimes the pole bend up a certain way, and so sometimes it could be a little bit difficult to fit a pole together. And so what we did was we tied one end and another end, and then we ratcheted together. After we were done, we removed the ratchet strap because now the poles are connected and we are ready to continue putting the rest of the tent top on. Right now it's currently 1 o'clock. We are definitely right on track, you know, with a slight hiccup and a slight delay for the thunderstorm, as well as for missing those 3 black poles. However, everything is looking really good right now. All right, so now that it's around 1 o'clock, our guys are finally taking their lunch break. They're taking lunch over there by the food truck. You could see that food truck. It's a taco food truck for this construction site that we're on right now. And once they're done with their lunch, we're going to get the tent top on and then get this tent up in the air and strapped to the cement blocks. All right, and that's how we completed this 40 by 100 foot tent. Although there were a lot of things that happened, from the rain, the thunder, disagreements between the team members, not having enough poles, and even struggling to fit the poles together, we did it all in just one day. If you would like a free guide on how you could start, grow, and expand your event rental business, please click the link in the description for a free copy of our ultimate checklist today. And if you are a new rental business or a rental business that is growing, please click the link in the description below for a free demo of our Rent More Pro software. This is the software that we use and our team uses, and it is what we use to grow our business to the size that it is today. So please check it out and you'll get a free demo. And if you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe so we could bring you more videos like this.